Okay, hello again, everybody. So I've got the fresh leaf indigo. It's all been picked off of the stems, and we're gonna process it now so that we can dye some silk scarves in it. So what I have here again is the polygonum, also known as persicaria or Japanese indigo, fresh leaf. And I have, you can't see this part, but on the floor I've got 3 liters of water in a 5-gallon bucket, and I put this much ice into it after I filled it. And this looks like a US gallon mixing bowl full of refrigerator ice. And I've got my blender and something to scoop the water out as I grind these leaves. And what I'll be putting the ground up material in is this stock pot. I'm gonna strain it through this colander, and I've just got a piece of polyester to hold the leaf material as I strain it in. And it takes a while to drain. I am going to collect all that leaf material too. I'm going to do 2 other things with it. One of them is I'm going to set a regular indigo vat, and I've already started it. Every time I do this, until our season's almost over, but every time I do this, I'll save the leaf material and I'll add it to the vat that I already started. So, without further ado, let me get started. So I'm gonna put some leaves in here. And I'm not gonna fill it all the way up because I want to grind it really thoroughly. So, that's too much. There. About like that. This is like making some food, no different. So I'm going to add some of this really cold water I have down here. And I'm going to start it off at the first setting, which on this one says mince. I'm sorry for the noise, it's a loud blender. Now I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and I'm going to go up to what they're calling blend. Now I'm going to the grind setting. This is nice and watery, so I can just simply add more leaves to this. And when it starts getting too thick, I will add some more water. And then at some point, I got to empty the blender out. You probably noticed I added a couple of ice cubes. One of the things about blending things is that they heat up because of the motion, and I want to keep this pretty cold. So I will be, from time to time, tossing some more ice in here, just to, again, counteract the heat that that blending at this high speed does heat this liquid up a bit. So again, I'm going to start off with mince. So I'm going to keep repeating this. I'm sure watching me do this is like watching paint dry again, but got a couple leaves floating here on the top. So I'm going to take them out so that they get ground again. Let's see. You don't want to get too thick of a paste going here because it's going to take like forever to drain through this polyester. And another note is this is my yard sale blender. I only use this in my dye kitchen. I don't switch this back and forth with my food. Although, to be honest with you, this is no different than grinding herbs out of the garden because there's been nothing put on this indigo leaf to make it contaminate your blender. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm going to keep repeating this. So I'll let you sit a couple more cycles, and then I will switch the camera to overhead so that you can get a better view of what this stuff looks like. My aim is to get about 3 liters in this pot, and the reason for that is that I need it deep enough to be able to manipulate the fabric once I get it in there. If it's not very deep, then you're going to have some kind of really tightly bound resist or some little bitty piece to put in there. So, the nice thing about forming resist is you can put great big pieces of cloth into small dye pots. I'm not going to do that with this silk I'm dyeing in here, because the thing that I find is that I need to work it a little bit. And by work it, I mean manipulate it as it's in the dye solution. So that's like some squeezing and rubbing and some other manipulations. And I like to print things, so I just want a solid base of light blue. And again, like I said before, you're not going to get a buildup of dark blue using this fresh indigo leaf. You're going to get a gorgeous blue though. And on silk, as you will see if you keep watching, you get a kind of a tealy turquoisey looking color. It's really pretty. And it's a nice base to over dye with other natural dyes, such as maybe some yellow or madder root. So I can hear this draining. It's going, sounds like one drop at a time. As I said, this takes a minute to get through, but It will. What I was looking for here as I'm grinding is I'm looking for the material, the leaf, to be as fine as possible. So this is why it's slow draining. It looks like ground up spinach or something in here. I hope I ground this a little bit more. About to find out. I think I did a little better job this time. So I'm going to pause for a minute and change the camera because I want you to get a good look at the color of this, the texture, all of that. And I'm sure you cannot see from your angle over there. Okay. So change the camera and get right back with you.